Welcome to this presentation on coaching for development. Coaching for development is indeed about transformation through conversations. Workplace Catalyst has a contemporary approach that honors a social brain. My name is Joseph and I have pleasure in introducing you to this particular presentation. Let's first review learning as a process. If there are two axes of learning alone, then coaching dwells more on the vertical axis than on the horizontal. Horizontal axes of development are for the acquisition of new skills, new knowledge, and new competencies. All of these happening in an ongoing or current mindset. However, ongoing mindsets do not guarantee fundamental changes. Deep inquiry is about going within the self and seeking clues from the unconscious through a rapport that enables you to tap into potential waiting for you to access it. Transformation awaits your insight, and conversations in coaching enable you to access them. Because these conversations honor our social intelligence. The rapport established is a mutually honoring one. It's not about faking it till you get it. It's about going back to our original selves, where creative energies reside, waiting to be expressed. As is said, our lives succeed or fail gradually, then suddenly, one conversation at a time. So what brings coaching to a point of significance? A dizzying pace of change, and coping being the real challenge. Shelf life of effective competencies is low, as we just saw. And stress without precedence is hitting people at ages younger and younger than we ever knew them. Top executives, they face responsibilities that cover greater surface area, and their public contact and corporate governance pressures have only increased. Trust and respect in working alliances break down without the personal resources or methods to recover from them. Coaching is also not about telling you what to do, but asking you what you feel will be a solution that suits you, so that you can generate a design for apt implementation. So we're not your teachers, we're not your therapists, we're not your consultants. Coaching is indeed a different form of helping. It's a different art form. Transformations occur as an expression of your growth as a client and evidenced as a self-reference capability. Yes, you will be able to verbalize your changes as a joy you are willing to celebrate. The transformative difference is experienced in the mind-body emotive system that you can report. When it comes to the coaching axis, it's a matter of moving from push to pull forces through contextually dynamic questions from the coach. For you, as a client, it is about implementing and integrating changes and realizing it fully in your inner world and seeing them through as transformations in your outer world as well. In terms of a step approach to coaching, there's initially the rapport building, without which a scope of the relationship is difficult to clarify. And rapport is a state of non-judgmental communication. Facilitation of desired states come with cool clarity and a concrete sensory feel of the future in one's inner mind. As a coaching goal is worked on, deep listening helps the coach ask questions that help you visualize the future state clearly. Some transformational cues are enabled with metaphors and analogies to help the client realize internal commitment, and further, as in a walkthrough of the future state, these things become more and more realizable. When it comes to learning how to learn new habits, coaching can also be seen along the lines of picking cues that are signals for change. Both focused and diffused forms of learning enable retention. Oh, by the way, feel free to pause and overlay learning processes over the coaching process flow here. We like to refer to context, for example, as the zone of development, where bottom up chunks of deliberate practice and top down perspectives from diffuse learning meet. Meaningful chunks of your memory get reconsolidated along the learning path and makes your journey worth your while. Coaching, in that sense, is an inimitable experience within a very, very special relationship. If you were fond of useful acronyms, Resolve is one such, where the coach gets into a resourceful state from which to establish rapport, helps you specify outcomes and open up your own model of the world, then lead you to the change and then verify the change. But most importantly, does an ecological check. Does it all blend with or harm all of the relationships and systems of the client? Similarly, if you look at it from the client's point of view, Resolve could mean the same, where the coach enables you to get into your own resourceful state. You discover it. You establish the rapport with your coach. You specify the outcomes in realizable terms. You open up your own self-model from the deep unconscious, and so on. So, the coach does not tell but asks. You create solutions from within yourself. You get within yourself through insights your coaching conversations provide. You achieve with deliberate practice of new habits and diffuse learning in relaxed mode to accomplish new behaviors. You celebrate new learning if you delay reward enough to sustain your commitment. Well, thank you for taking a listen here, and hopefully you got something new to reflect from.